So in this particular session, I am going to discuss about why you have to prepare for civil services and why your optional should be anthropology, whether anthropology is a good optional or a bad optional, and frequently asked question. Most of the students will be having frequently asked questions, means a general questions, a general doubts. I made 10 frequently asked questions, and those 10 frequently asked questions also I will be discussing in this particular session. Apart from it, I will be discussing the syllabus of anthropology, as well as I will be also discussing about how the previous year's questions were being asked. These all things will be discussed in this particular session of 1 hour. So please stay tuned. I will be taking doubt clearing session at the end of the session. By the time if you get any doubts, please write your doubts in one page and ask me after the session. I have a strong reason why you have to prepare for civil services. You know, the biggest motivation किसी के लिए, कोई आदमी के लिए बड़ा मोटिवेशन क्या होता है कि why क्यों, why आप सुन रहे हो मेरे बात, why you are sitting for 1 hour, why you need to prepare for civil services, आपको क्यों civil services preparation करना चाहिए. बड़ा मोटिवेशन होता है why. When your why is strong, when your why is super strong, there is no need for any external motivation. So why you need to prepare for civil services, I have 6 answers for you. Why you need to prepare for civil services, I have 6 answers for you. Number 1, see, the biggest sacrifice anyone can do is the sacrifice to the nation. The biggest sacrifice, the biggest duty, अगर कोई भी कर सकते हो, वो नेशन के लिए कर सकते हैं, भारत के लिए कर सकते हैं. सो भारत के लिए अगर हम कुछ सर्विस करना चाहता है, so there are 2 routes. One route is called as joining defense forces and guarding the borders. Joining the defense services and guarding the borders. Or else joining the civil services and guarding the people. Taking the responsibility of the people. Why? Because the country is nothing than the people. So two varieties you can serve the nation. Number 1 is by guarding the borders. Number 2 is by guarding the people. So by joining civil services, you are directly working for the development of the nation by guarding the people of the country, civilians of the country. So civil services क्यों prepare होना चाहिए बोले तो for the nation. आप कुछ करने चाहते हो आपके मातृभूमि को, if you want to do something to your nation, if you want to do something to the nation which gave you the birth, then number 1, the civil service is the right platform other than defense forces. Number 2, सर्विस ओरिएंटेशन. IAS ऑफिसर को क्या बोलते हैं? इंडियन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विस बोलते हैं. IPS ऑफिसर्स को क्या बोलते हैं? इंडियन पुलिस सर्विस बोलते हैं. वो सैलरी नहीं लेता है, वो तो सैलरी लेता है ना, वो अकोमोडेशन लेता है ना, वो गाड़ी भी लेता है ना, वो अलावेंसेस भी लेता है ना, फिर उसको क्यों सर्विस बोलते हैं? सर्विस बोले तो फ्री में करना है. नहीं, civil services is that particular services. If you do your duty, if you just do your duty, it's a very big thing. It's called as सेवा. अपना काम बस रूल ऑफ लॉ के हिसाब से करे तो, अपना काम रूल ऑफ लॉ के हिसाब से, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के हिसाब से किया तो बस, it will be called as service. Irrespective of whether you are taking salary or not, if you do the duty according to the rule of law of the country, yes, सर्विस कर रहे हो आप. See, सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर बोलते हैं, डॉक्टर को प्रोफेशनल बोलते हैं, इंजीनियर को प्रोफेशनल बोलते हैं, एक बिजनेसमैन को बिजनेसमैन बोलते हैं, मगर एक IAS IPS को ही सर्विस बोलते हैं. इंडियन फॉरेस्ट सर्विस, इंडियन रेवेन्यू सर्विस, इंडियन पोस्टल सर्विस, कौन कौन सिविल सर्विसेज में आते हैं वो लोगों को सर्विसेज बोलते हैं. यू विल बी कॉल्ड अ सिविल सर्वेंट. यू आर द सर्वेंट ऑफ द पीपल. एक आदमी को सर्वेंट नहीं, पूरा पब्लिक का सर्वेंट हो. क्यों? आप सर्विस कर रहे हो, आप सेवा कर रहे हो. सेवा करने वालों को क्या बोलते हैं? यस, बराबर सर्वेंट बोलते हैं. कौन सा सर्वेंट? सिविल सर्वेंट. पूरा सिविलियंस का, एक आदमी का नहीं, पूरा लाखों लोगों का सर्विस करते हो आप. सो सेकेंड चीज, नेशन के लिए कुछ करना है, सर्विस कुछ करना है, देन सिविल सर्विस इज द राइट प्लेटफॉर्म. नंबर 3, रिकॉग्निशन मिलता है आपको. पड़ोस वाले, द पीपल हु आर नेबर्स हु डोंट रिकॉग्नाइज यू, who don't know your name also, the neighbor beside your house. But once you get the rank, the media people will come near you. If your rank is below 100, everyone will come near you. Everyone want to take selfie with you. Everyone want to feel very proud that yes, ये बच्चा हमारा कॉलोनी का बच्चा है, ये लड़की हमारा विलेज का लड़की है. हमारा गांव का लड़की है, recognition, which we doesn't have. A middle class students like you and me who doesn't have the recognition, we will get the recognition on this particular platform. Our friends who don't care about or they think like the common people, now our friend starts respecting us, giving higher value to us. क्योंकि आप civil servant बने हो. If you want the recognition, अगर आपको recognition चाहिए तो yes, civil service is the right platform. Number 3. Number 4, you will be having privileges and huge respect. Yes. अगर आप IAS बन गए, you will be having one bandroth, a person, a servant behind you. You will be given with the 2 cars. There will be escorts. There will be people who will be working at your home and the people who are working at your office. Huge respect. कहाँ जाओ, you will be the priority person. In your relatives, in your functions. Where you go, people will wait for you. इसके साथ contacts will develop. The most important is contacts will develop. कुछ काम पैसे से नहीं होता है, कुछ काम पैसे से नहीं होता है, वो काम फोन कॉल से होता है. सही है कि नहीं? Contacts will develop. Almost all the civil servants of the country will come under contact to you. क्यों? There will be a very big association called as IAS Officers Association. You know, in the country one association is super powerful than a political party's IAS Officers Association. You will join in that particular elite association. आपका कोई भी काम हो, कोई भी स्टेट हो, आपका काम हो जाता है क्योंकि आपके पास कॉन्टैक्ट्स, आपका बैच वाले हो गए. See, contacts also will develop. Sometimes the money cannot do, that thing will be done by the contacts. And the last and the most important is, we all are from middle class people. We want what? Security. Why our parents refer to right to civil services? Only because of job security. Constitution under Article 311 and 312 will provide us job security. No one can remove us except the person who recruited us. Who will be recruiting the civil servants? The President of India. On the name of President of India. अगर उन्हें कोई काम नहीं है क्या तुम्हारे निकालने के लिए? Job security, huge job security, huge job security. They can transfer you, but they cannot dismiss you. At least they can suspend you for time being, but they cannot dismiss you. Your job guarantee will be there. And by taking your name, 5-6 generations आपके नाम पे they will leave, you know. These all things you will be getting through this particular Union Public Service Commission. If you properly read and if you get the rank, the 6 things you are going to get. If you want these things, you have to prepare your civil services very, very seriously. अगर आपको ये चाहिए, सर किसी भी वास्ते मुझे ये चाहिए सर, then you have to soil, then you have to burn your soil, you have to burn your blood. Then what I will become, sir? Then what I will become? Then you will become an IAS officer. The elite services of the country, Indian Administrative Service. Think about it, dream about it. मेरा नाम के पीछे 3 अक्षर होना चाहिए, IAS. If not, IPS. I need to wear that cap. I need to have that stars, like a film star. I should wear this dress and I should have a Ray-Ban glasses. You have to dream about it. You have to dream about it and you have to work about it also, my dear friends. उसके लिए dream करना चाहिए और उसके लिए काम भी करना चाहिए. थिंक अबाउट IPS ऑफिसर. ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट का बॉस बनने जा रहे हो, डिस्ट्रिक्ट का पुलिस बॉस बोलते हैं लोग. रेवेन्यू सर्विस, सी फॉर एवरीथिंग व्हाट वी वांट मनी, एंड दैट मनी हु इज गोइंग टू accumulate? The Indian Revenue Service Officers Income Tax, Indian Revenue Officers GST and Customs and Excise. So many services are there. So many services are there. Foreign Service, Indian Railway Personnel Service, Indian Ordnance Factory Service, Indian Post and Telecommunication Service, Indian Corporate Law Service, Indian Defence and Accounts Service, Indian Defence Personnel Service. So nearly 20 odd services are there. So it's not only about IAS, IPS. Any service you will get if you get any rank. And in that service, you are going to be the boss. आप एम्प्लॉय नहीं बनने वाले हो, अब बिल्कुल एम्प्लॉय नहीं बनने वाले हो, डायरेक्टली बॉस बनने वाले हो. एम्प्लॉय नहीं हो आप स्टाफ नहीं हो. यू आर डायरेक्टली गोइंग टू बिकम द बॉस इन एनी ऑफ द सर्विस यू गेट. कंप्लीट टॉप echelons of all the government departments will be hijacked by civil servants. Yes sir, मुझे भी बनना है सर. I also want to become. मुझे भी बनना है सर. क्या करना है सर मुझे? There is one particular body called as constitutional body. Constitutional body which is called as Union Public Service Commission. You have to dream that I have to enter into this gate. Only those people who will be clearing their prelims, mains and for interview only they will be allowed into this gate. You have to dream that after clearing my mains, for interview, legally, officially for interview, I will enter into this particular gate. For that, my body is going to be Union Public Service Commission, Dolpur House, Shahjahan Road, Delhi. That should be your dream. And this is the body which is going to conduct the examination. Yes. So in this particular session, I am going to discuss about why you have to prepare for civil services and why your optional should be anthropology, whether anthropology is a good optional or a bad optional, and frequently asked question. Most of the students will be having frequently asked questions, means a general questions, a general doubts. I made 10 frequently asked questions, and those 10 frequently asked questions also I will be discussing in this particular session. Apart from it, I will be discussing the syllabus of anthropology, as well as I will be also discussing about how the previous year's questions were being asked. These all things will be discussed in this particular session of 1 hour. So please stay tuned. I will be taking doubt clearing session at the end of the session. By the time if you get any doubts, please write your doubts in one page and ask me after the session. I have a strong reason why you have to prepare for civil services. You know, the biggest motivation, किसी के लिए, कोई आदमी के लिए बड़ा मोटिवेशन क्या होता है कि why, क्यों, why आप सुन रहे हो मेरे बात, why you are sitting for 1 hour, why you need to prepare for civil services, आपको क्यों civil services preparation करना चाहिए. बड़ा मोटिवेशन होता है why. When your why is strong, when your why is super strong, there is no need for any external motivation. So why you need to prepare for civil services, I have 6 answers for you. Why you need to prepare for civil services, I have 6 answers for you. Number 1, see, the biggest sacrifice anyone can do is a sacrifice to the nation. The biggest sacrifice, the biggest duty, अगर कोई भी कर सकते हो, वो नेशन के लिए कर सकते हैं, भारत के लिए कर सकते हैं. सो भारत के लिए अगर हम कुछ सर्विस करना चाहता है, सो देर आर 2 रूट्स. One route is called as joining defense forces and guarding the borders. Joining the defense services and guarding the borders. Or else joining the civil services and guarding the people. Taking the responsibility of the people. Why? Because the country is nothing than the people. So two varieties you can serve the nation. Number 1 is by guarding the borders. Number 2 is by guarding the people. So by joining civil services, you are directly working for the development of the nation by guarding the people of the country, civilians of the country. So civil services क्यों prepare होना चाहिए बोले तो for the nation. आप कुछ करने चाहते हो आपके मातृभूमि को, if you want to do something to your nation, if you want to do something to the nation which gave you the birth, then number 1, the civil service is the right platform other than defense forces. Number 2, सर्विस ओरिएंटेशन. IAS ऑफिसर को क्या बोलते हैं? इंडियन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विस बोलते हैं. IPS ऑफिसर्स को क्या बोलते हैं? इंडियन पुलिस सर्विस बोलते हैं. वो सैलरी नहीं लेता है, वो तो सैलरी लेता है ना, वो अकोमोडेशन लेता है ना, वो गाड़ी भी लेता है ना, वो अलावेंसेस भी लेता है ना, फिर उसको क्यों सर्विस बोलते हैं? सर्विस बोले तो फ्री में करना है. नहीं, civil services is that particular services. If you do your duty, if you just do your duty, it's a very big thing. It's called as सेवा. अपना काम बस रूल ऑफ लॉ के हिसाब से करे तो, अपना काम रूल ऑफ लॉ के हिसाब से, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के हिसाब से किया तो बस, it will be called as service. Irrespective of whether you are taking salary or not, if you do the duty according to the rule of law of the country, yes, सर्विस कर रहे हो आप. सी, सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर बोलते हैं, डॉक्टर को प्रोफेशनल बोलते हैं, इंजीनियर को प्रोफेशनल बोलते हैं, एक बिजनेसमैन को बिजनेसमैन बोलते हैं, मगर एक IAS IPS को ही सर्विस बोलते हैं. इंडियन फॉरेस्ट सर्विस, इंडियन रेवेन्यू सर्विस, इंडियन पोस्टल सर्विस, कौन कौन सिविल सर्विसेज में आते हैं वो लोगों को सर्विसेज बोलते हैं. यू विल बी कॉल्ड अ सिविल सर्वेंट. यू आर द सर्वेंट ऑफ द पीपल. एक आदमी को सर्वेंट नहीं, पूरा पब्लिक का सर्वेंट हो. क्यों? आप सर्विस कर रहे हो, आप सेवा कर रहे हो. सेवा करने वालों को क्या बोलते हैं? यस, बराबर सर्वेंट बोलते हैं. कौन सा सर्वेंट? सिविल सर्वेंट, पूरा सिविलियंस का, एक आदमी का नहीं, पूरा लाखों लोगों का सर्विस करते हो आप. सो सेकेंड चीज, नेशन के लिए कुछ करना है, सर्विस कुछ करना है, देन सिविल सर्विस इज द राइट प्लेटफॉर्म. नंबर 3, रिकॉग्निशन मिलता है आपको. पड़ोस वाले, द पीपल हु आर नेबर्स हु डोंट रिकॉग्नाइज यू, who don't know your name also, the neighbor beside your house. But once you get the rank, the media people will come near you. If your rank is below 100, everyone will come near you. Everyone want to take selfie with you. Everyone want to feel very proud that yes, ये बच्चा हमारा कॉलोनी का बच्चा है, ये लड़की हमारा विलेज का लड़की है. हमारा गांव का लड़की है, recognition, which we doesn't have. A middle class students like you and me who doesn't have the recognition, we will get the recognition on this particular platform. Our friends who don't care about, or they think like the common people, now our friends starts respecting us, giving higher value to us. क्योंकि आप civil servant बने हो. If you want the recognition, अगर आपको recognition चाहिए तो yes, civil service is the right platform. Number 3. Number 4, you will be having privileges and huge respect. Yes. अगर आप IAS बन गए, you will be having one bandroth, a person, a servant behind you. You will be given with the 2 cars. There will be escorts. There will be people who will be working at your home and the people who are working at your office. Huge respect. कहाँ जाओ, you will be the priority person. In your relatives, in your functions. Where you go, people will wait for you. इसके साथ contacts will develop. The most important is contacts will develop. कुछ काम पैसे से नहीं होता है, कुछ काम पैसे से नहीं होता है, वो काम फोन कॉल से होता है. सही है कि नहीं? Contacts will develop. Almost all the civil servants of the country will come under contact to you. क्यों? There will be a very big association called as IAS Officers Association. You know, in the country one association is super powerful than a political party's IAS Officers Association. You will join in that particular elite association. आपका कोई भी काम हो, कोई भी स्टेट हो, आपका काम हो जाता है क्योंकि आपके पास कॉन्टैक्ट्स, आपका बैच वाले हो गए. See, contacts also will develop. Sometimes the money cannot do, that thing will be done by the contacts. And the last and the most important is, we all are from middle class people. We want what? Security. Why our parents refer to right to civil services? Only because of job security. Constitution under Article 311 and 312 will provide us job security. No one can remove us except the person who recruited us. Who will be recruiting the civil servants? The President of India. On the name of President of India. अगर उन्हें कोई काम नहीं है क्या तुम्हारे निकालने के लिए? Job security, huge job security, huge job security. They can transfer you, but they cannot dismiss you. At least they can suspend you for time being, but they cannot dismiss you. Your job guarantee will be there. And by taking your name, 5-6 generations आपके नाम पे they will leave, you know. These all things you will be getting through this particular Union Public Service Commission. If you properly read and if you get the rank, the 6 things you are going to get. If you want this things, you have to prepare your civil services very seriously. अगर आपको ये चाहिए, सर किसी भी वास्ते मुझे ये चाहिए सर, then you have to soil, then you have to burn your soil, you have to burn your blood. Then what I will become, sir? Then what I will become? Then you will become an IAS officer. The elite services of the country, Indian Administrative Service. Think about it, dream about it. मेरा नाम के पीछे 3 अक्षर होना चाहिए, IAS. If not, IPS. I need to wear that cap. I need to have that stars, like a film star. I should wear this dress and I should have a Ray-Ban glasses. You have to dream about it. You have to dream about it and you have to work about it also, my dear friends. उसके लिए ड्रीम करना चाहिए और उसके लिए काम भी करना चाहिए. थिंक अबाउट IPS ऑफिसर. ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट का बॉस बनने जा रहे हो, डिस्ट्रिक्ट का पुलिस बॉस बोलते हैं लोग. रेवेन्यू सर्विस, सी फॉर एवरीथिंग व्हाट वी वांट मनी, and that money who is going to accumulate? The Indian Revenue Service Officers Income Tax, Indian Revenue Officers GST and Customs and Excise. So many services are there. Foreign service, Indian Railway Personnel Service, Indian Ordnance Factory Service, Indian Posts and Telecommunications Service, Indian Corporate Law Service, Indian Defence and Account Service, Indian Defence Personnel Service. So nearly 20 odd services are there. So it's not only about IAS, IPS. Any service you will get if you get any rank, and in that service you are going to be the boss. आप एम्प्लॉय नहीं बनने वाले हो, अब बिल्कुल एम्प्लॉय नहीं बनने वाले हो, डायरेक्टली बॉस बनने वाले हो. एम्प्लॉय नहीं हो आप स्टाफ नहीं हो. यू आर डायरेक्टली गोइंग टू बिकम द बॉस इन एनी ऑफ द सर्विस यू गेट. कंप्लीट टॉप echelons of all the government departments will be hijacked by civil servants. Yes sir, मुझे भी बनना है सर. I also want to become. मुझे भी बनना है सर. क्या करना है सर मुझे? There is one particular body called as constitutional body which is called as Union Public Service Commission. You have to dream that I have to enter into this gate. Only those people who will be clearing their prelims, mains and for interview only they will be allowed into this gate. You have to dream that after clearing my mains, for interview, legally, officially for interview, I will enter into this particular gate. For that, my body is going to be Union Public Service Commission, Dolpur House, Shah Jahan Road, Delhi. That should be your dream. And this is the body which is going to conduct the examination. Yes, This is my favorite quote here. Your future depends upon what you do today, and your today already started. Yes, this is going to be a beginning for you. This is going to be the beginning. If you change from today, this is going to have a very huge impact on your life. Not your life, your parents' life, your family life, your religion, your lineage, your khandan, everyone's. There is going to be have a very big impact. Your future depends on what you do today, and your today already started. So for that, what I have to do, sir? Face examination. One is called as prelims, other is called as mains, other is called as interview. Prelims is qualifying nature. One will be called as general studies, other will be called as CSAT. In general studies, 100 questions will be there, each will be 2 marks. In CSAT, 80 questions will be there, each will be 2.5 marks. 80 into 2.5 will be equal to 200 marks, and 100 into 2 is equal to 200 marks. दोनों मिला के 400 marks. Minimum qualifying marks in CSAT 66.6%, 66.6 marks out of 200. And who are on the top? 13,000, they will be rating the mains. That is only minimum qualifying nature, which is prelims. Then you have mains 9 papers. 2 are qualifying nature, one will be English, other will be your regional language. It can be Hindi, it can be Kannada, it can be Telugu, any of your regional language. General studies 1, general studies 2, general studies 3, ethics 5. Then remaining 2 are the game changers. The remaining 2 are optional paper 1, ऑप्शनल पेपर 2. अगर कोई भी बंदा आईएएस बना, रैंक मिला, उनसे पूछिए. कोई भी बंदा वो नज़दीक तक इंटरव्यू तक आके उसको मिस हो गया, उनसे पूछो, हाउ यू गॉट द रैंक? बिकॉज ऑफ माई ऑप्शनल मार्क्स. एवरी एस्पिरेंट विल हैव ए कॉमन स्टोरी, एंड द कॉमन स्टोरी इज ऑप्शनल स्टोरी. Every aspirant will have a common story, and the common story is optional story. With essay, ethics and GS1, GS2, GS3, overall 7 papers will be there. Each paper will be for 250 marks. 7 into 250 is equal to 1750 marks. के लिए आपका अगर मेंस में क्वालिफाई हुआ, then 1:2.5 से हिसाब से, for example 1000 posts are there, then nearly 2500 people will be selected for interview. And from mains we will be going for interview, and the interview will be for 275 marks. And the interview will be for 275 marks. Already you know that the mains examination is for 1750. Overall it is for 2025. This 2025 marks will be determining. So those who get minimum 900 marks, they will get rank. And nowadays those who are scoring 900 also, they are getting IAS officers. So at least minimum 50% if you cross now, you will get a very good rank. And the most important part is optional. GS paper 1 prelims, mains, interview, and this is the most important part, optional subject 1 and optional 2. Several options are there, sir. Several options are there. 40 plus optionals are there. Telugu literature, Kannada literature, Hindi literature, anthropology, economics, PSIR, public administration, geography, several optionals are there. Any optional you can take. You can take anthropology, you can take economics, you can take geography, you can take history, you can take philosophy, any optional you can take. So many options are there. Now comes the question. Abhi question aata hai. Which optional to take? So these many options are there. These many options are there. Which optional you have to take? Which optional I have to take? For example, if I am an aspirant, there are some parameters. There are 7 parameters, 7 mantra. You have to follow these 7 parameters properly. Number 1, first parameter. First parameter, एक result oriented होना चाहिए. It should be result oriented. Previous years में कौन सी optional अच्छी perform कर रहा है? We have to go with the trend. We have to go with the current trend. कौन सी optional अच्छा perform कर रहा है, वो वाला optional भी हमें help करता है. So go with the trend, result oriented. Finally we want the marks, my dear friends. Result oriented होना चाहिए. कौन सा optional अच्छा perform कर रहा है, वो वाला optional लेना चाहिए. Number 2, and that optional should be simple and easy. Easy understandable and easy comprehensible. Simple and easy should be there. It should not be complex. Like वो आदमी क्या सोच रहा है, psychology point of view, philosophy point of view. It should be not so much complex. Means it should be simple and easy. Answer writing should be easy. And my dear friends, nowadays the competition is very high, and answer writing is going to determine. So where the answer writing is easy, that answer writing wala optional आपको लेना चाहिए. Answer writing should be easy. and finally you are going to write that particular one day morning and evening 9 to 12, 2 to 5 in the final UPSC मेंस एग्जामिनेशन. एक दिन में मॉर्निंग ऑप्शनल पेपर 1 होगा, दोपहर को ऑप्शनल पेपर 2 होगा. वो वाला पेपर कैसा लिखना है वो डिपेंड होता है रिवीजन के ऊपर. आपका रिवीजन कैसा हो रहा है, हाउ यूर रिवीजन इज हैपनिंग, हाउ यूर रिवीजन इज हैपनिंग. Easy to do revision. What we come across in our daily life, yes, and the syllabus should not be something which is very new to you. That syllabus should not be something very complex to you. It should be something like which you come across in your daily life, like caste system, like Hindu-Muslim conflict, communalism, like regionalism, Khalistani movement, or tribal problems, or rural farmer problems, or globalization impact on Indian society, or marriage, family, kinship, economic systems, political systems, religion. क्या क्या हमारे लाइफ के अंदर डेली वाले लाइफ में देखते हैं वो वाला आना चाहिए, वो वाला होना चाहिए. What we come across in our daily life, that should be our syllabus. That optional we have to take. Availability of resource also, my dear friends. Availability of resource also, whether the resource is available or availability of resources. Whether that optional content is available in the market or not. Teachers are available in the market or not. Whether good material is available or not. The resources also we have to take care of. For example, just an example, veterinary science आपको लेना चाहिए. The resource is available. I am not telling it is not available. It is available. But very rare, very choosy. So where the resources are there, where the material is there, where the teachers are there, that particular optional we have to take. And finally, a mentor should be there. There should be one person who should answer all your queries, who should be ready to help you in any context. Availability of good mentor. If these 7 factors are present, choose that particular option. अब छोड़ दो मेरा ग्रेजुएशन है तो मेरा ग्रेजुएशन वाला सब्जेक्ट लेता हूँ, मेरा ग्रेजुएशन ये नहीं है फिर भी ये लेता हूँ, वो सब छोड़िए. अगर ये 7 पैरामीटर्स आपके पास है, उसका जवाब आपके पास है, वो वाला optional आपको लेना पड़ेगा. These are the 7 factors which you have to keep in your mind while choosing your optional. And the number 1 is result oriented, number 2 is simple and easy, number 3 answer writing should be easy to do revision, and what we come across in our daily life, availability of the resources, and there is a need for availability of a good mentor. If these things are available with you, with the course, then you have to take that particular optional. For anything in life, I believe in why and how. क्यों ये करना पड़ेगा? अगर मेरा पास आंसर है, then कैसा करना पड़ेगा? Why and how is a very important, and for optional also there is something called as why anthropology and how anthropology. Why anthropology and how anthropology? Well, we are choosing our room partner in Delhi, old Rajendra Nagar, नहीं तो अशोक नगर हैदराबाद, कहाँ पे भी नहीं, चंद्रा लेआउट बेंगलुरु. How careful we will be there while choosing our room partner. How careful we will be there while choosing our friend. How careful we will be there while choosing our boyfriend or girlfriend. How choosy we will be there when choosing our husband or wife. When we are so much careful, then how much careful we have to be there while choosing our optional. हमारा लाइफ बनता है ऑप्शनल के ऊपर, हमारा लाइफ नहीं बनता है. लाइफ बोले तो आईएएस बनता है ऑप्शनल के ऊपर, आईएएस नहीं बनता है ऑप्शनल के ऊपर. सो कितना सीरियस होना चाहिए. वो बोला मैं ऑप्शनल ले लिया, ये बोला ये ऑप्शनल ले लिया, ये टीचर है इसलिए मैं ले लिया, वो टीचर है इसलिए नहीं. दैट इज़ अ वेरी रिस्की फैक्टर. While choosing your optional, you have to be very choosy, you have to be very determined, you have to be very careful. You have to be too much careful. While choosing optional, you have to be very careful, my dear friends. Think a lot. Once you thought and come to a conclusion, then don't think, then do it. Be very careful while choosing your optional, and this is anthropology optional. And now I am going to start the original webinar, which is called as anthropology webinar by myself. I am Vishnu sir, and this particular is welcome to. And now your original webinar starts. Up to now क्या पढ़ा है सर? फिर बैकग्राउंड, इंट्रोडक्शन है यार, ओरिजिनल मूवी अभी बाकी है. एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. For anything in life, we need to know why and how. Similarly, while deciding option also, we need to know why. Why anthropology is an optional and how to prepare anthropology as optional. These 2 things I will be focusing now. Why anthropology? I have my own answers. Why anthropology is an optional? Number 1, limited and clarity in syllabus. In paper 1, 12 units are there. In paper 2, 9 units are there. Paper 1 is called as General Anthropology, Paper 2 is called as Indian Anthropology. Paper 1 is called as Concepts, Paper 2 is called as Applications on India. Mainly Paper 1 deals about tinkers, how the culture evolved, how marriage evolved, how family evolved, how kinship evolved, how economic systems evolved, how political systems evolved, how religion evolved, how the evolution of man happened biologically and culturally similarly. Paper 2 में ट्राइबल इंडिया कौन है, रूरल इंडिया क्या है, रूरल प्रॉब्लम्स क्या है, दिस ऑल थिंग्स. Limited syllabus, clarity in syllabus. There is no round tripping of syllabus, there is no confusion of syllabus. Limited and clarity in syllabus. 80% of the preparation will be static, yes, and if you have a final notes, that syllabus, that notes, 80% will be the static and 20% will be the dynamic. What is happening around in tribal areas like reservoirs, like dams, like construction of infrastructure projects, like industrialization, like globalization, those current affairs you have to add. But 80% is static. If you had a notes, if you prepare your own notes and if you read that notes, enough. 80% is static, 20% is not dynamic. Why? Because some optionals are there. Huge dynamic, day on day, before examination also you have to read dynamic points. But anthropology is 80% static and 20% dynamic. The track record is also showing that yes, anthropology is high scoring. My own student Nidhi Pai got 325 marks in 2022. You can see in our YouTube channel as well, evidence. And the questions in the, see, finally we are preparing for the finals, no. The questions asked in the finals mains examinations will be direct questions. No round tripping of questions, no indirect questions. The questions will be direct. How it will be there, I will be showing in the end of the session also. So the questions also will not be complex, the questions also will be direct. Availability of material, availability of resources, availability of teachers also. Yes, that is also important. Anthropology subject is not new. The name might be new, but what is the content present in the anthropology is not new. क्यों बोले तो उसमें फैमिली के ऊपर, मैरिज के ऊपर, किनशिप के ऊपर, इकोनॉमी के ऊपर, पॉलिटी के ऊपर, रिलीजन के ऊपर, ट्राइब के ऊपर, फार्मर्स के ऊपर, दिस ऑल थिंग्स you know. You have a minimum idea, so you are not going to read something new. Already you know, you are going to reiterate the same. And most important, it covers 30% of your general studies syllabus. ये मुझे बहुत पसंदीदा पॉइंट है. क्यों? GS1 have 3 modules: history, geography, Indian society. Complete Indian society will be covered in anthropology paper 2. In GS2, polity, governance, internal security. Your governance will be covered in your anthropology, like legislations. In GS3, economy, internal security, disaster management, environment. Your internal security, like Naxalism, will be covered in anthropology paper 2. Ethics, very good examples you will get, like Kung Bushman example of tribal communities, of anthropology. Several examples will get. You can use it as an ethical examples in your ethics paper. Essay paper, a chronological order of writing an answer, a chronological order of writing an essay, you can learn from anthropology. So it helps in your essay paper, ethics paper, GS1, GS2, GS3, hence your 30% of your GS preparation is also completed. Your optional is anthropology. As your paper is anthropology, your optional is anthropology, in interview they will feel very interesting and they ask questions in interview also. आपका interview preparation भी खत्म हो जाता है यहाँ पे. And you can make the interview board also to run around anthropology questions if you are having knowledge and command on the anthropology. Interview में भी आपका cover होता है. Direct questions were been asked in prelims. I will show in 2019 directly 3 questions were been asked, 2 indirectly questions were been asked from anthropology. I will show the evidence as well. Since last 5 to 6 years, 8 to 9% of the students who are getting the ranks are from anthropology optional. 8 to 9%. Good track record. It's performing. It's a performing optional. And finally, I like this most. See, whatever we do, you know, we do for the 3 years, 3 hours of morning and 3 hours of afternoon. 9 to 12. 2 to 5. In that 6 hours, how much you read for 6 months or 1 year or 1.5 years or 2 years, you need to pump into that answer sheet. For that need to be happen, you need to do proper revision. For that to happen, you have to do proper revision. Doing revision is very easy. Through what? Through anthropology. You know, before optional, we will get 5 days of holidays. In that 5 days of holidays, you can do complete revision through anthropology by writing your revision notes. Because of this 10 points, I tell that. Because of this 10 points, I tell that yes, anthropology is one of the best optional. One of the best optional. I am not telling that completely best of, one of the best optional, but still. Now, how to do anthropology, sir? Read some basic books like NCERT, Indian Society, Understanding of Indian Society. See, optional, not only anthropology, my dear friends. Any optional, you need to have a mentor. mentoring is necessary here. GS also somewhere the other we can prepare and we can write, but not the optional. Optional compulsory, you need to have a mentor. I'm not telling that you need a coaching. I'm not telling that you need anything else. Apart from your material, you need to have one mentor who can guide you. Mentoring is necessary for optional. Join with proper educator. Do daily answer writing practice. Make proper revision notes. In this way, you have to do your anthropology paper. But there are some questions asked by various students in various intervals. I made total 10 frequently asked questions, FAQs. I will answer those questions. Listen. Number 1. Will anthropology benefit science students? I will tell you. See, anthropology will not benefit science students. Anthropology will also not benefit non-science students. Anthropology is a universal discipline. Anthropology is a neutral discipline. It's a neutral subject. For everyone it is the same. For example, if you talk about the Indian society, tribal India, engineering students will be logical, for them it will be easy. In anthropology paper 1, we have some concepts of genetics, only 4 subunits are there. That will be helpful for science students, little bit, only basics. So some are helpful for engineering students, some are helpful for science students, some are helpful for non-science students. Anthropology is a neutral subject. It's a comprehensive subject. It is not going to benefit anyone. इसमें साइंस वाले को बेनिफिट वाला है, उसको नॉन साइंस वाले को भी बेनिफिट होने वाला है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल माई सेल्फ, आई एम नॉट ओनली ए बीटेक ग्रेजुएट, आई एम ऑल्सो एन एमटेक ग्रेजुएट. मीन्स आई एम एन इंजीनियरिंग ग्रेजुएट. आई एम नॉट ए साइंस स्टूडेंट, बट स्टिल I became an anthropology faculty. Why? Because anthropology and the science are not one and the same. So if you think that anthropology and the science one and the same, you are 100% wrong. It's a myth, and I am going to burst the myth. So anthropology is not going to benefit science students. Number 2, is anthropology is biology? Another question. I will tell you. See, what we study in your 9th class and 10th class NCERT books, like cell क्या है, cell division क्या है, how many chromosomes are basics, how many chromosomes are there, what is protein synthesis, what is chromosomal diseases. Only these 5 points which we studied in our schooling, the same level will be there in the anthropology paper 2 in 9th unit in 9.1 and 9.2, 9.3 and 9.4. That's very, very basics. The two mathematics. If she is having the disease, if he is not having the disease, what is the probability of getting disease in the next generation? Mathematics है ना. अगर वाइफ के पास डिजीज है, हस्बैंड के पास डिजीज नहीं है, हस्बैंड के पास डिजीज है, वाइफ के पास नहीं है, सो कितने बच्चों को डिजीज होंगे, ऐसा वाला. सो anthropologist will recommend, hey, don't get married. Anthropologist will be acting like a counselor. So the basics of biology will be there, not the standards of biology. And the basics of biology is required for you. Why? Because अगर एक दिन आप पापा बन जाओगे, then compulsory your daughter or son will ask, sir or daddy, papa ये cell division क्या होता है? You have to tell something. No, why? Because it's a basic schooling level. That schooling level subject will be present in anthropology. Fundamentals of biology will be present, that too in a 9th unit, subunits. So anthropology is not called as biology. If that is the case, then the subject name will be called as anthropology and biology, no? Then why it is called as anthropology? Anthropology is completely a social subject. It's a non-science subject. But science elements are present, non-science elements are present, engineering elements are present. So anthropology is never a biology, and it is not going to fetch any benefit to biology or any other. It's a neutral subject. Who are going to study from today, those people are going to become the winners. आज से कौन अच्छी तरह से पढ़ाई करेगा, आज मैं निकाल ही दूंगा, मुझे 300 नंबर आना ही चाहिए, वो आदमी को anthropology help करेगा. Third FAQ. Really anthropology is static, less syllabus? I am telling you, anthropology is, as I told you, it's not 100% static, it is 80% static. Marriage के ऊपर, yes, fixed syllabus, fixed answers. Family, fixed answers. 20% you have to add, like what happened recently, same-sex marriages were not allowed by Supreme Court of India. So that type of current affairs you have to add, that type of current affairs you have to add. But static, 80% is static. Less syllabus, yes, 12 units, very fixed. 6 modules will be there. Evolution of man, archaeology, socio-cultural anthropology, anthropological thought, physical anthropology, applications of anthropology. These 6 divisions. Paper 2 में evolution of man in India, archaeology in India, Indian society, development of anthropology in India, tribal India, as well as problems of India solving by anthropology. Divisions are there. Very clearly demarcated syllabus is there. Hence, it's clear and precise. Less syllabus, true, 12 units and 9 units. Less time में खत्म कर सकते, 4 महीने में properly, अगर आप religiously, disciplined way, if you attend all the 4 months of classes, 4 to 4.5 months of classes, yes, your anthropology will become a cakewalk. Is it easy to score there? No, it is not easy to score anthropology. No, उसके लिए आपको मेहनत करना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए आपको सब classes attend करना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए आपको आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए आपको एवरी वीक देर विल बी अ टेस्ट, दोस टेस्ट यू हैव टू राइट, यू हैव टू परफॉर्म वेल, यू हैव टू डू आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस, you have to have a very good communication skills with respect to writing an answer. Writing skills should be there. If these all things are there, anthropology will add advantage. Why? Because it is static and less syllabus. Then you will get 300 marks. आपको तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा, आपको तो मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. अगर आप पढ़ के मेहनत करके अच्छा मेंटर रह के आपका आंसर राइटिंग करके आपको कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी है, आपके कमांड है सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर, देन यू विल गेट 300 प्लस कंपल्सरी यू विल गेट. नो वन कैन स्टॉप. एटलीस्ट 280 तो बनता है. I am very beginner, how I should start anthropology? Very big question. See, anthropology is a new discipline. For everyone it is new. Nothing, you buy NCERT 11th class, 12th class book, Indian society, understanding of Indian society, just slowly you read. And my classes will be from very basics. The words meanings also I will tell in the classroom. The English words which I use, the technical words, those words meanings also I will tell in the classroom. So, no need to worry. Everyone are beginners. I am also beginner. Known is drop, unknown is ocean. Everyone are learners, but that curiosity should be there. That curiosity need to be maintained. So start with NCERT. Again, no need to worry. Slowly, if you attend my classes, slowly you will understand. You will get habituated to the classes of anthropology. Then you will be in the line. But the only thing is maintain attendance, discipline, hard work. How much part of GS will be covered? I told you. 30% of GS syllabus is covered in this particular part. In GS1, Indian society. In GS2, governance. In GS3, internal security, ethics, very good examples. In essay, proper essay writing, evolutionary pattern of answer writing or essay writing will be there. So 30% of your GS also will be covered through anthropology. Is answer writing compulsory? How you will ensure answer writing for us? Yes. Answer writing बहुत important है students. क्यों बोले तो देखिए. This was my one of the last attempt, 2013, when I applied. Applications was 3 lakhs. But 2023, last time, approximate report this is, 13 lakhs. 10 lakhs applications increased. For every one post, 335 was the competition. Now for one post, 1450 competition is. So one post, when I was preparing, it was 335. Now it is this much. Means for one post, 1450 people are looking at it. This much competition is there. So, is answer writing in that competition? If you want to be friend, then compulsory answer writing is compulsory, and every week there will be tests. There will be proper answer writing practice, will be evaluated by me. So, if you do that particular answer writing practice, you will do a very good answers, and answer writing is compulsory. No excuse for answer writing. Everyone will write almost same answer. Then who will get maximum marks? एक बड़ा क्वेश्चन है सर. सब लोग यही आंसर लिख के आएगा ना, फिर सबको कैसे आएगा सर? See, everyone will not write the same answers. How much ever content we read, we will not reproduce the same. We will use our brain, our examples, our knowledge. Sometimes we will forget. So who will write a very unique answer covering concept, introduction, conclusion, body, case studies, example, anthropologist name? Only that person will get the maximum mark. For that you have to do answer writing practice, a proper practice. Then only you can do proper answer on the final examination. That person who is writing proper answer on the final examination will only get maximum marks. Not everyone. What is the book list for anthropology? I will tell you. For paper 1, you can go with Ember and Ember, Skupin, Indian Anthropology. And for paper 2, you can go with NCERT books. You can go with Indian Anthropology written by Nadim Hasnain, or Tribal India book, or Nandini Sundar Tribal India book, Madan and Majumdar Social Anthropology book. These are all the book lists. But however, I made 2 books. I had written 2 books. These are the 2 books. This is for paper 1. This is for paper 2. The 2 books, which is completely comprehended book. If you read these 2 books of anthropology, everything is covered in this. With me, in my classes, I will be providing you 5 materials. One is the textbooks will be provided to you. Number 2, classroom notes will be provided to you. Number 3, 500 plus model answers will be provided to you. Number 4, 1000 case studies will be provided to you. Number 5, for every unit value added content, extra value added content will be provided to you. If you read these 5 materials, textbook, classroom notes, 500 model answers, 1000 case studies, for every unit value added content. If you read this 5 content, finish. That itself is your book list. But however, I told you the general book list also. How UPSC will be giving marks for various optional. There is no one best way of giving an answers, my dear friends. Some people will think that इस बार पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को ऑप्शनल नहीं दिए, मार्क्स नहीं दिए, ज्योग्राफी को ऑप्शनल नहीं दिए, PSR को नहीं दिए, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी को दिए. ऐसे कुछ भी नहीं होता. It's all about who write a very good answer, that person will get marks. That's it. It's fixed. Who will write a very good answer, that person will get the marks. These all are myths. It's all are myths. You write a very good answer with introduction, conclusion, body, conceptual clarity and case studies, you will get marks. It's not like that geography will not get marks. It's not like that anthropology will get more marks, or anthropology will not get marks, or public administration will get marks. It's not like that. It's about who write a very good answer, that person will get marks. So these are the 10 frequently asked questions. I repeat it. Will anthropology benefit science students? Is anthropology is biology? Really anthropology is static, less in syllabus? Is easy to score 300 in anthropology? I am very beginner, how I should start anthropology? How much part of GS is covered in taking anthropology as optional? Is answer writing compulsory? How you are going to ensure anthropology answer writing? Everyone will write the same answer, then who will get the maximum marks? What is the book list of anthropology subject? How UPSC will be giving marks with respect to their option? So I told you the competition for freshers, those who are freshers. Please first read the syllabus and PYQs. First go with the syllabus and go with previous year's questions, you will understand. Syllabus and previous year's question itself is Bhagavad Gita, Quran and Bible. Properly read the syllabus and go with previous year's question. Then identify focus areas like anthropological thought in paper 1 is most important. Tribal India in paper 2 is most important, focus areas. And know where to read from, which resource. You should not read too much, never. Never you should read too much. You have to limit your content very precise. Choose one mentor and follow the mentor blindly. Curiosity, you have to learn more. That attitude should be there. Yes, I have to learn more. Oh, aisa hua hai ye wala tribal society mein. If curiosity is maintained, then you will learn more. Writing practice is must. For a fresher, writing practice is must. For senior also, writing practice is must. Senior, being down to earth, he should have the attitude. Known is drop, unknown is ocean. Realizing more to learn, revision, writing practice. So those who are going to start their classes, I will tell them to, in Netflix, one new web series came, The Life on Earth by James Cameron. You watch, and if you come to the classes, you will understand more properly the concepts of anthropology. Why? Because in that movie, when we see that web series, we will come to conclusion that known is drop, unknown is ocean. And in paper 1 and paper 2, what is the syllabus we have? First, evolution of man, archaeology, socio-culture anthropology, anthropological theories, physical anthropology, applications of anthropology. So how man evolved, how biologically man evolved, archaeology, what are the material things, Indus Valley civilization, socio-culture anthropology, marriage, family, economy, religion, anthropological thinkers, according to E.B. Taylor, how the culture evolved, what is the view of Karl Marx, what is the view of Malnovisky, what is the view of Henry Morgan, these all things we will be discussing in here. फिजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, अगर वाइफ के पास डिजीज है, हस्बैंड के पास डिजीज है, कितने बच्चों को डिजीज आ सकता है, दैट इज वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग इन फिजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. एंड फाइनली एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, द कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ एंथ्रोपोलॉजी विच वी स्टडीड, वी अप्लाई इन डिफेंस सेक्टर, वी अप्लाई इन स्पोर्ट्स सेक्टर, दैट एप्लीकेशंस विल बी देयर इन पेपर 1. In paper 2, evolution of man generally, evolution of man in Indian social system, caste system. How anthropology, see, I know that most of them 5 years back, they don't know their subject called as anthropology. That anthropology is a discipline, how it got developed. Development of anthropology in India. वो कैसा develop हुआ? Indian village studies, villages में क्या होता है? Village system कैसे impact हो रहा है? Village system, how the globalization is impacting the village studies. These all things, villages के बारे में, tribals के बारे में, और Indian social issues like communalism, regionalism. So these are all the things of paper 2, these are all the things of paper. This is what the syllabus is. Tribals, villages, social issues. Then what is my approach? What is Vishnuvardhan sir's approach? My education qualification and everything I will be discussing now. My education qualification, I am an MTech engineer as usual. I did my LLB, LLM. I am a practicing advocate at Hyderabad High Court. I did my MA in anthropology and I'm teaching anthropology since last 13 years. I taught nearly 10,000 students and 100 plus batches. I produced nearly 100 ranks up to now, approximately 100 ranks. And my approach with respect to anthropology will be covered the syllabus within 4 or maximum 5. 4 or 5 months, the syllabus will be covered. And each word in the syllabus, you will have 10 points. Each word in the syllabus will be covered. I will be going accurately according to the UPSC syllabus. If you follow 5 materials which I told, classroom notes, textbook, 500 model answers, 1000 case studies and value added content. And if you attend all the classes religiously, I am sure that you will get 300 plus marks. Provided if you have a very good answer writing skills. User friendly, my personal number I will be sharing you. Any doubts you can ask me. There will be weekly test, answer writing practice will be there, and I will be evaluating your answers copies. UPSC standard evaluation, no compromise. Very rigid formula we will be having. According to that formula only we will be giving the marks. If here you get 130 marks, in UPSC you will get 10 marks extra. Very rigid conservative marks I will be giving. Bottom to top approach, every week I will take feedback from you. Where I want to improve, I will be improving. Bottom to top approach. And I believe in this under promise, over delivery. Iska matlab ye hua ki I will tell you I will give you 1 chocolate. Well, coming tomorrow. And tomorrow I brought 10 chocolates. Whether you will feel very happy or not. I believe in promise kam karo, jada do. Under promise, over delivery. More than this, we will be providing in the classroom sessions. Why anthropology? As I told you, MTech, LLB, LLM and MA in anthropology. I attended UPSC interview 3 times. My mark sheet is in the social media. No teacher-student model, matured international model of lectures. You have all the rights to ask me all the questions. When all the doubts are clarified, then only I will be leaving the classroom. For example, if every session is for 3 hours, for example, 2.5 hours I will be explaining the classroom. After 2.5 hours, on the topics which I completed, I will be doing the previous year's question. And I will be taking one question and I will be explaining you the structure of how to write an answer. You have to write answer for those. And for that answer, a structure will be explained. In that way, every day answer writing practice also will happen to you. This is and after 2.5 hours, all the doubts will be asked. If I answer all your doubts and if you are satisfied, then only I will leave the classroom. Your rights will not be restricted. You will be having all the rights. Proper classroom notes for feedback, you can ask any person. Compulsory exams and personal evaluation by me. My student possesses all the rights. I will share my personal number. Any doubts you can ask me. User friendly. My target is my students should secure 300 plus marks, for which I am ready to give the best content to you. This is what you will be getting from me. How to choose an academy and mentor, sir? Please take this point. Commitment of the faculty. How much strong the faculty is, the commitment of the faculty. Track record of the academy, previous rankers. Responsible and accountable faculty or not. These things you have to take into mind. Don't choose academy because of convenience. You have to take on the line of credibility and experience of the faculty. If these 5 things you have to take in mind, see, it is the faculty who is important, not the academy. Yes or no? It is not the academy, it is the faculty who are teachers are very important. We are like family. What are the qualities? You should also have the qualities, my dear friends. Consistency and commitment. You have to be consistent and commitment. Not only hard work, disciplined way of hard work you have to do. The competition is very high. The competition is not easy, the competition is very high. Make self notes. Do daily answer writing practice. Honest and genuine, you should be honest to yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Compulsory, rankers will tell whatever, but you remember that you have to put 10 to 12 hours of hard work you have to put as a beginner. I am billing everyone a beginner, 10 to 12 hours of hard work you have to put in order to get the rank, best rank. You should have courage and risk. See, preparing for this exam itself is courage and taking risk. Preparing for this exam itself is courage and taking risk. And finally, blindly follow the mentor. Blindly follow the mentor. At least if you don't get rank, you can blame him. I was preparing nicely only, but that mentor misguided me. At least you can tell him. Blindly follow the compulsory, When you blindly follow any mentor, if I follow you, if you are genuinely helping me, at one point of time I will be attracted to you. Yes, this person is genuinely helping me. I have to listen to him. And when you understand that he is a genuine follower, the mentor also will help genuinely. So when you decided, you have to follow blindly. This 7 qualities should be there in compulsory, you will get the result. It can be UPSC examination or any exam, anything. What I want from you, 250 hours of class time I will take. Regular attendance, serious consistency and discipline you should have. I want you to write notes properly, proper notes maintain karo. Ask me any doubt anytime, but silence in the class. Means First, while I am explaining, be silent. After that, I will give you some time to ask doubts. At the time, you can ask all the doubts, so that proper delivery of classes will happen, and your doubts also will be clarified, and what I want to explain also will be done. This is what which I want from you. If you take, maintain a diary. This is very important, my dear friends. From today onwards, maintain a diary. Don't write that what I eat, please maintain a diary and just write. These are the things I am going to read. I read this, I completed this, these many answers I wrote in GS1. Like that, you maintain a diary for yourself. You know, if you don't clear IAS exam also, if you don't clear the UPSC exam also, you will not blame yourself. At least you will be happy, you will not regret. Why? Because I kept my genuine efforts. Evidence is diary. No one will question. Your parents also will not question. अगर आपका पेरेंट्स क्वेश्चन किया, मैं इतना इन्वेस्टमेंट लगाया, show the diary. Show the diary. See, this is my hard work. This much hard work I did, but it was my unlucky. It's my unfate. It is my fate that I didn't clear it. But you will be happy, you know. Why? Because evidence is there in front of you. Maintain the diary. You will be accountable to yourself. You no need to be accountable to anyone. Be accountable to yourself. Be responsible to yourself. For that, you need to maintain a diary. For example, what type of questions they will ask? Culture relativism in paper 1. This is directly there in the syllabus. Direct question from the syllabus. Relationship between linguistic and socio-cultural anthropology. I told you, direct questions will be there. Evolutionary sequence of bipedalism. How I became bipedal. Evolutionary sequence of bipedalism. From quadrupedalism to knuckle walking to bipedalism. Evolutionary sequence. Mesolithic culture, archaeology, which you will be studying in your ancient history also. Genetico-environmental factors influencing human growth. In my growth, what are the genetical factors responsible? What are the environmental factors responsible? Paper 1. Easy or not? Direct questions or not? These are the tough questions I took. But if you understand, it is easy. In paper 2, it is about caste system. It is about caste system, future of caste system. Ethno-archaeology, a concept which is very famous. Ethno-archaeology, expected question, repeated. Jajimani system, expected question. Problems indicating Indian Paleolithic culture, Indian archaeology, there general archaeology, here Indian archaeology. Contributions of tribals to Indian independence, the tribals who contributed to Indian independence. Means what I want to show is, in mains the questions which were being asked are direct, simple, easy. So no need to worry. If you have a proper answer writing practice, you can write these answers also. In prelims also, for example, in prelims, PVTG, compulsory we will read about particularly vulnerable tribal groups. This is 2019 question, prelims question. Forest Rights Act, recognition of Forest Rights Act. Compulsory we will read in tribal India. 2019 question this is. Fifth schedule, tribal lands. Dennis Owen, evolution of man. Prelims also there are some questions. At least 1 or 2 questions are compulsory from tribals in prelims. Means in prelims also it is giving a benefit. In mains also it is giving a benefit. But remember, for all this, just by joining the course you will not get here. You should have conceptual clarity. You have to maintain the attendance. You should attend all the classes. You have to write the practice. You have to do answer writing practice. You have to be genuine to yourself and follow the mentor blindly. You will get the result. And I believe tests are the backbone of any successful civil aspirant. Weekly test will be there, sectional test will be there, paper-wise tests will be there, and comprehensive final test will be there. These all tests will be conducted. Why? Because I believe that tests are the backbone of any successful civil services aspirant. This is going to be an all-in-one course. For anthropology. Any doubts? You can ask me. Sir, I am taking GS classes. My class timings are from 8 to 12. Yes. In the beginning classes will be from 7 to 9. Then I am thinking to shift it to 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. But as of now, it is 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yeah, test will be conducted online. We will be sending you the question paper. You have to write and you have to, in app we will be doing it. We will be explaining you after the test comes. Before one day we will explain you properly how online students will write. Sure, Tanya, we will do that. 4.5 months. The duration will be 4.5 months. November, December, January, February. Mostly by February 28, the syllabus will be completed. But worst case, I am telling 4.5 months. Tomorrow CSAT classes will start. CSAT classes will be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. CSAT classes will be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Anthropology classes will be from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yes, you can, any doubts you can. This is support number. Any queries, you can call this number. There is no evening batch for me, there is only morning batch. There will be only morning batch 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's it. Only 2 batches will be there in a year, that will be in from the June and October, that's it, no other batches.